Hi, I'm Dr. B, psychiatric nurse practitioner with over 20 years clinical experience. I've created choice mapping, a cognitive behavioral technique to help you learn to be mentally strong. This YouTube channel is about little nuggets of techniques to be mentally strong, and we're going to start a series on eating disorders, dieting, exercise, and kind of how to incorporate choice mapping into making us mentally stronger in that aspect of our life. So today is about, do you have an eating disorder? And I started putting together the content for this, and I realized that almost every person, specifically women that I talk to, still have or have some eating disordered thought process, okay? Maybe they don't meet the criteria for an eating disorder. Maybe it's not clinically significant. Maybe it's not significantly impairing their life. But if you look at the DSM criteria for unspecified eating disorder, it talks about impairment in social or occupational function, maybe having some restrictive eating or some binge eating. And a lot of people I talk to, including myself, do not have a good relationship with food, right? I'm either on a diet or I'm saying forget it, right? Or I'm either going through this process of trying to lose weight or I'm not. And that's kind of that all or nothing thinking. And so I want to challenge us to really look at, do we have an eating disorder? And I'm gonna have specific videos on things like bulimia, anorexia, orthorexia. Those you need to get treatment for. But I think we are all walking through this life with kind of eating disordered behavior and thought processes, and I want to challenge you in that. So I personally struggled with bulimia in my late teens, early 20s, and so proud of myself. I feel like, oh, I overcame that. And so I would even talk about, healing from eating disorder and kind of talk about it in a very positive thing as something I overcame. And when I stopped to go over what I was going to talk about in this Do You Have an Eating Disorder video, I realized I still have a lot of disordered thinking. When I'm trying to lose weight, I restrict. I don't consume enough proper calories to do the exercise that I'm trying to do. I've probably continued to ruin my metabolism and my muscle mass over the last 25 years of this kind of yo-yo dieting and claiming to not have an eating disorder anymore. So I'm here to say that I think I still have some eating disordered thinking, and I want to challenge you to really look at yourself. Do you have that kind of eating disordered thinking? Do I need to restrict my food? Do I put a lot of self-evaluation on my weight? And I'm in the military. I'm still a reservist in the Navy, and this actually triggers, I think, a lot of service people, that we have to be within this weight, and our valuation is directly tied to whether we meet this weight criteria. With COVID and stuff, we didn't have to weigh in this year, but I'm not looking forward to my next weigh-in, that I will be over that weight and have to be taped, and how embarrassing that is. But I remember third grade lining up in gym class and everyone having to be weighed, and you could see what people weighed, and I got over the 100-pound mark at that time. And ever since third grade, I have thought that I was fat. And we talk about, looking back, oh, I wish I was as skinny as I was the first time I thought I was fat. Own that and try to change that. Wherever you are, try to love yourself. And we have a whole video on loving yourself, and that doesn't mean you're perfect. You can still maybe not like the weight, but let's stop putting such a valuation on the scale. We're going to have a video on the non-diet diet, so we're going to try to do a series on this. But if you have an actual eating disorder, bulimia, anorexia nervosa, even orthorexia, seek professional treatment. These are complicated, and we're going to talk about those in another video. But maybe you have eating disordered thinking, or eating disordered behavior. And so you can still learn from this series. And you can learn from choice mapping to kind of dig deep and figure out where those things come from. I can easily talk about where they come from because I've been working on myself for so long, right? I know that in 3rd grade was the first time I thought I was fat. I know, when my uncle would always tell me I'd gain weight at every family reunion, right? These were all things that built up, that contribute to this eating disordered thinking. Okay, and there is something called eating disorder unspecified, where it really is impeding your life. Okay, and that's always kind of the classic mark of when should I get professional help. And when I say professional help, I'm not talking about a personal trainer who's going to tell you you need to lose weight and those kinds of things. I'm talking about mentally and emotionally. Let's get a hold of our brain and organize our brain and get control of the way that we think, the way that we think about ourselves, and the way that we think about food and eating. So there's some serious eating disorders, but then there's eating disorder unspecified, which means that you still have, or you have this eating disordered thinking or eating disordered behavior that is not healthy for you. And so I encourage you to continue to watch this series and learn about eating disorders and how to change our thinking, because when we change our thinking, our behavior will eventually follow. Okay? I do believe that we are all mentally strong.